Bathroom renovations are something you really don't want to screw up. They're extremely expensive and they can give you a huge return on your investment if you're eventually going to sell your house. It's one of those renovations that has so many different things that can go wrong. So I stumbled upon the perfect article to talk about today from good old Martha Stewart. Ever heard of her?
What a lady.
Yeah.
Someone asked me if Martha was still relevant, and I was like, duh. Martha's always relevant, okay? These are 11 mistakes to avoid when you're doing a bathroom renovation. And for most people, next to the kitchen, a bathroom renovation is probably the most costly of them all. In some cases, it can be more expensive depending on what you're doing. And I've actually gone through 2 bathroom renovations myself in the last year, so hopefully I can impart some of my own personal experience as we go through these points. This is one you don't want to miss. So number 1 is not setting a budget. This is a big one. You want to know exactly what you have to spend at the very, very beginning before you do anything. Keep in mind, when you're working with a professional, usually it's pretty straightforward, at least for the most part. They'll give you a quote. It should include labor and materials and all of that. You know what you're getting yourself into from the get-go. If you're going at it on your own, then that's where things can become a bit tricky because you might change and shift things throughout the process. For some reason, I always assume it's going to be more expensive than what's been quoted. I even set like a 20% buffer just to make sure that if things go a little haywire, I'm prepared for it. Also, be sure to clarify if things like grout and mortar and paint are included, because sometimes those are just added after the fact. So you want to be sure everything is completely clarified right from the start so you're not getting any bad surprises. And also, it just helps you compartmentalize the important things. What are the main aspects of the bathroom that maybe you want to splurge on a little bit more? Maybe a fancy tile, a beautiful vanity you came across, maybe a nice freestanding tub. And with a proper budget, you know, okay, we can splurge a little bit here, maybe pull back a little bit there, all good. Number 2, not having a plan. This is a huge one as well. Like, you got to make sure you know exactly how everything's going to be situated. You don't want to just buy a bunch of stuff and then hope it all fits. Make sure you do proper measurements, make sure everything's arranged properly before you start going for it, because you don't want to get halfway through the project and realize, ooh, there's actually no room for a tub here. Oh wait, that double vanity? Not gonna happen. I love what the author is saying in this article. A bathroom is a puzzle made up of functional and decorative plumbing, heating, ventilation, electrical, finishing materials, literally everything. Like, all the main components of contracting is going to be in the bathroom. That's why oftentimes it's usually not one person doing a bathroom. You might have the contractor at the top, and then they might hire a plumber and an electrician and maybe a tile person, because all the pieces to this puzzle are very nuanced. So make sure you plan ahead, know exactly where the plumbing is supposed to go, where the toilet is, where the shower is, where the sink is going to be, any of that storage stuff. All of that needs to be clarified at the beginning, and hopefully your contractor can help you with that. Number 3 is storage space. This is one that we often forget about when it comes to bathrooms because it's usually a smaller space that we're working with, and you don't necessarily want to just stuff it with all kinds of stuff. It's nice to keep it a little bit open and airy. That being said, you will need storage space. One single vanity is probably not going to cut it for a lot of people. If you can get maybe a tower of some sort, anything you can do to give you more places to store all of your paraphernalia. I know for me, I got a beard, and I like my beard oils, my beard balms, and I'm not going to have it just sitting on the counter just as an eyesore. I need to put that stuff away. My wife and I, we love going to Costco. We bulk buy our body washes and shampoos and all that. That needs to be stored somewhere as well. You may only think, oh, what do I need? Shampoo, conditioner, soap, that's it. There's a lot of stuff. Makeup, cosmetics, and skincare, toothbrushes, toothpaste, water pick flossers if you're into it. Don't forget about storage. Make use of that space. Number 4, forgetting to install ventilation. Hopefully, you should already have a ceiling fan installed, and if you don't, make sure you get one because it's very, very important. Oftentimes, I get people that complain about moisture issues in their bathroom and the paint starts to peel because of all that steam. Guess what? 9 times out of 10, it wasn't the paint that failed, it was the ventilation of the space. Either they weren't using a fan or they had a window that they weren't using. Ventilation is super important, so if you don't have any, make sure you get some installed. Number 5, renovating alone. And we touched on this earlier. I interpret this 2 ways. 1, you probably don't want to tackle a bathroom renovation by yourself. My brother-in-law did it. It was fine. It's one of those home renovation projects that has so many things to think about from different trades. A plumber is specialized with plumbing. An electrician is specialized as an electrician. But to combine those 2 and then have someone that can do general contracting and demolition and tiling, there's so many things to think about. It's rare that you find a contractor that can do it all and do it well. Jack of all trades, master of none. You know what I mean? But especially if it's yourself, if you're just a DIY person, maybe this isn't the project to start your construction career on. Try painting a closet first and then kind of work your way up. Choosing too many tile styles. That rhymed, accident and I didn't even mean to. Accidental rhyme. This is a tricky one because I find there are so many cool tiles that exist now. There's countless styles that are coming into prominence, and I love a lot of them, not all of them. My best piece of advice for this is if you are going with multiple tile options, whether it's on your floor, the walls, maybe the shower itself, try and pick one as sort of the showpiece, the standout tile, and then the other one or two tiles, try and keep them neutral and not distracting. If you have a ton of different things just competing with one another, it'll lose specificity and focus in your design. So allow that one really fun accent tile to draw the eye, to be the focal point of the whole design. And then for the rest, just pick something minimal, plain colors, or not even colors, shades or whites or grays. Less is more, because you also have to remember it's not just tile that's going in the bathroom. You may have other design aspects, so that could be another thing to compound all of the different things that are just sort of working together, and it could look a bit haphazard if you're going accent on accent on accent. And also tiles, kind of permanent. Once they're in, they're in. It's not like you can just change the color of your hand towels or get a different pot for your plant. Those are staying. So have your primary accent tile and then some support tiles. That's how I kind of look at it. Number 7 is kind of a boring one, but it's important, you know, considering your drainage, the actual functional behind the scenes aspect of your bathroom. Now, you don't want to do the plumber's job for them, but just clarify that the drainage of the bathroom itself is going to be functioning optimally, so you won't have any moisture or mold or mildew buildup. Everything's done nice, so make sure you get someone with a high rating online. And also something as simple as going back to your plan and thinking about, okay, where is the toilet going? Where is the shower going to go? Where is the tub going to go? And make sure the work is done ahead of time so that you can actually put those things in the right spots. Not layering your lighting. So a lot of people will approach a bathroom and be like, okay, great. I got my sconce lighting above my mirror. I'm done. Take the opportunity to explore multiple points of lighting. You have your overhead lighting. That's great. Maybe you have one pot light in the bathroom and then another one in the shower. That's cool. But you can go one step further. I installed a vanity and a matching storage tower that had built-in accent lighting within it. These little touch-sensitive buttons to sort of create this very serene glow. So if myself or my partner were taking a bath and the lights were off, you can turn on that soft little ambient glow from the vanity, and it's just enough light so you can still see what you're doing, but it's way more chill and calm and spa-like. I love a spa, but I hate a massage. Just fun fact. This can be done super simply. Even if you have a cute little nightlight you can plug into the outlet. I just bought this really cool plug-in wax melt. So it's a nightlight that also heats up a wax melt to give you a nice smell, just to give you another layer of light to add some visual intrigue to the space, and some practical light too that you can use. Number 9, not investing in quality finishes. Guilty. So I bought a matte black drain and faucet for my tub in my condo. And, you know, times were tight, so I found a good deal on some matte black fixtures, and it turned out to be quite a bad deal because eventually after about 6 months the paint started to peel. Like, it's not magically just matte black, it's metal that's painted black. So that wasn't cool, but luckily I'm a paint guy, so I just grabbed some heat resistant trim clad spray paint and then just refinished it, and it turned out way better. But I wouldn't have had to do that if I splurged a bit more and just bought something that was better quality. So just keep in mind that you are investing quite a bit in a project of this magnitude, but if you spend a little bit more on those little key details, it's gonna save you a ton of headache in the future. It probably would have been like an extra $30 or something, and that's Canadian. When I think about it in retrospect, it's like, what was I even doing? Choosing unsuitable materials. Maybe you don't want a cork bathtub or something more realistic like concrete or natural stone. If you maybe have kids or you like using a lot of chemicals in your hair or whatever, it probably won't be as durable and may not last as long as you might want. Things like leather pulls too on your vanity or your cabinetry sounds good in theory, but combined with moisture and oils like beard oil, getting on that leather, it could really kind of deteriorate it over time and probably won't look cute. So consider the materials themselves, not just the quality. This one hits pretty close to home because it relates to the bathroom I did in this basement over here. Not considering your clearances. So the actual pathways that you're going to be doing, your entrances, I guess your entrance for most people, how the door opens, opens, where it opens to, can it open? So I did consider this, and we were deciding whether the door should open into the bathroom or into the room. We decided bathroom because there was a projector screen on the other side of the door, and we figured, okay, well, if the screen's going there, we don't want the door to open into it. Let's just open it into the bathroom. It fit. Like, you could open the bathroom door, but it like barely fit. Like, it just nearly grazes the vanity as you go in, because it's a very compact basement bathroom. And we just figured, you know what? We done messed up, okay? So what we ended up doing was we just moved the projector forward like 3 inches, and then we were able to put the door the way it was meant to do, opening into the room. I hope you learned something from this video. Let me know if you have any other tips about bathroom renovations, because we could use more. There should be way more than 11. So let me know about your experience, and you got to check out this kitchen video, which is another massive renovation that you need to know how to do properly before you dive in.